I'm ready to take the leap of faith into the unknown, but I'm having challenge of trusting the universe. What questions do I have to ask to overcome the challenge of taking the final steps and launching myself into the unknown? Ask yourself, and every single one of you, ask yourself this as well. What is worse, failing or never trying? What is worse, failing or never trying? Really think about this. Because if you were to really be honest with yourself, most of you will probably be saying never trying, right? That's worse. Why? Why is that worse? Right? So if you don't try, you can definitely regret, should I have done it? What if I would have gone for it? Would I be in a different place now? So deep down, we know that failure isn't as bad as our mind makes it out to be, right? As your mind is fantasizing it to be. So what you got to do is you got to let the fear air out. There's nothing worse than allowing fear to be internalized, hiding it, and never acknowledging that there is fear here, okay? What we've got to do is bring it to the surface. So that way it doesn't secretly pull the strings and it doesn't become a huge, gigantic monster, right? Just write down, what are you actually honestly fearing? And what is the absolute worst case scenario of that fear? Okay, so for example, if this is a business decision, what does a typical business owner tend to fear? Them going bankrupt, right? But go even worse than that. What's the absolute worst case scenario after that? If you go bankrupt, right? Just allow the fear to air out here. Your mind might say, oh, I might end up in the street, right? Oh, and then what? Just let it all air out. Just let it all air out, because in doing so, you're no longer allowing it to have the power. And once you've just let it all air out, ask yourself, would you still be able to handle that? What could you do to get yourself out of that situation if you were to end up in that worst case scenario? And every single one of you, if you were to be honest, you'll notice you have survived far worse in your life, right? Meaning you will definitely be able to solve yourself out of that issue. Meaning it is worse for you to not try than it is to actually try. Because at least when you fail, you get some feedback on what to do or not do. But if you never try, then you never know. You never know what could have been. This is why we've got a choice every single day. We can either try and risk we may possibly fail, or not try and thereby guarantee you will fail. What do I really mean? Somebody once told me the definition of hell on earth. The final day, last day you have on earth, the person you became meets the person you could have become. We know that hell on earth, the biggest failure in life, is getting to the end of your life and you watching the highlight show reel of the life you could have lived if you could have gone for it when you had a chance to. So in life, we've got a choice. Do we want to risk taking a step forward and we might fail? Yes. Or not take a step forward and thereby actually guarantee you fail forever? That's a choice we have to get honest with ourselves of.